Alright, in today's video, I'm going to show you how I use lifting straps and what they are and the benefits of using them. I feel that this is something that maybe a lot of people are not aware how to use, and it's worth the video. So if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing to my channel to support my page. It really helps my page out. So if you enjoy this video, consider doing that and liking the video as well. So I have these lifting straps from Amazon. I got these a little while ago. These were about $10 or $11, $11.99 to be exact. They're by the brand Grizzly Fitness, and this is not a sponsorship video. This is just because I'm wanting to make the video because I'm being nice. So if you don't want to spend the money, what I used to do is I actually used to have Versa grips. They're really good. I accidentally lost them like 8 years ago. But they're really good. They're much more stronger. They can sustain a lot of weight. These are, I'm not sure if this is genuine leather. I'm pretty sure this is maybe fox leather, but these work great. Versa grips are ones where you put on your wrist, and it's much easier, so you don't have to like hold on to these. I'm going to show you how I use these, but before I show you these, I wanted to show you what I actually used to use before using this, which is a really cheap way. I'm sure if you look up on, Home Depot or Lowe's, like any home improvement store, if you are into home improvement, you probably will know what these are, but these were actually given to me from someone else. So I actually just, you put your hand here and you can just wrap your hand around the weight like so, and then you got the weight like this. Obviously if it's heavier, then you would, it'd be much more useful. This is only 10 pounds. But that's basically what I would do. So it's a cheap way. So that's basically what I would do. It's a cheap way to use wraps or like lifting straps without spending, $15, $50. So you can get these from Lowe's. The only thing that I don't like about these, and the reason why I don't use them anymore, is because of the material. You can see the material is, I don't know what this is called, but it starts to pull on your wrist and it starts to hurt. So that's why I stopped using them. And I decided to spend $10 and buy this. Is you wrap it on your thumb, at least that's how I do it. And then I got a forearm pump. And then you wrap it around above your wrist. And then you put it inside. And that's it. So now you have your wraps, okay? The concept is the same. So you take your dumbbell and you wrap. You always want to wrap like this, okay? I see some people, they do this way. They wrap over. You don't want to do that. Wrap under. You don't want to wrap under because the dumbbell, the weight can slip from your hand. So you want to put the strap over the weight and then wrap the strap around. That way you can sustain the weight as you're pulling, because the concept is when you're using the wraps, you don't want the weight to leave your hand. It's much harder for the weight to leave my hand if I wrap it this way, if that makes sense. Okay, so one of the benefits of using straps, lifting straps, is ideally you want to use them when you're done towards like your end of your training. I see some people use these their whole training session. I'm not a big fan of doing that for a variety of reasons. When you use the straps the whole session, you are missing out on a lot of grip training. I find that when you're training your grip indirectly, it saves you a lot of time over the long term. I can understand a lot of guys, they really want to purposefully train their wrists, so they do a lot of wrist training or forearm training. A lot of my peers do a lot of wrist or forearm training, And because if you want nice big forearms, then you can, train them directly. I don't train my forearms directly. I do, some pull-ups, deadlifting, rows, and anything that's pulling, it's gonna work your forearms. So if you decide to use straps, what I would recommend and advise is to use them when you are starting to feel your forearms start to give in. Now, some people may argue and say, well, I start to feel my forearms right when I start my back training. My contention would be maybe you need to focus a little bit more on that mind to muscle connection when you're training back, because the back muscle is a big muscle. It's one of the biggest muscles aside from the glutes in the body, right on the body. So you have your lats, you have your rhomboids. These muscles are very big and they require a lot of volume, tension, frequency, all those fun things. One of the things that you can do to make sure that you're targeting the muscle group is to slow it down, decrease the weight, and do more volume work, do more slow tempo work. I just think it's really important to train your body to feel that mind to muscle connection first, but also to be smart with your time. I think a lot of people try to just kind of do exercise after exercise, and that it can be great for some time, but one of the problems with that is it can eventually lead to just wasting time. So I would resort to using the straps for heavy sets, heavy weights. So lots of close grip T-bar rows, close grip rows in general, cable rows, lat pull downs. These are great to use for lat pull downs. And even heavy dumbbell rows. I'm a big fan of heavy dumbbell rows. So moral of the story is to use straps when your forearms are starting to give in, because when you're training back, you want to focus on training back, not you're training your forearms. So if you start to feel your forearms explode during your training, then pull out the straps and use the straps. I would advise against not using the straps for pull-ups. I see some people do that, and it's I think it defeats the purpose of pull-ups. Pull-ups are a great exercise, and it's a full body exercise, and I think using straps kind of takes away of its benefits. So I would resort to using these with cables and with dumbbells, maybe some rows with the barbell, if you will. Okay, those are my tips on the lifting straps. I hope that was useful. You can get these from Amazon. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I just figured I'd make this video to talk a little bit about that. If you don't want to spend the money, you can get these guys from Amazon or from your local hardware or your local home goods store. And if you want to spend the money, you can get Versa grips, which are about $50. They all work just fine. It's just a matter of, I can be very practical, so whatever kind of gets the job done is what I like to resort to. Thank you for watching the video. Check out my links below. If you would like a custom program, please feel free to email me. I'm glad to help with that, and I will see you in the next video.